Heyo guys, it's King the Great here. I am gonna be cooking with Dad. Um, if you can think of a name for this series, maybe drop a comment below. If you like this and want some more, I'll be doing more things with my dad here. Just subscribe if you want to see more. Anyways, today we are cooking something that I do not have a name for.
Well, we gotta get our ingredients together first.
Yes.
So we got the rice.
Shrimp ramen, right?
Do you want to use tuna or do you want to use
Tuna.
Canned chicken?
Tuna.
Okay. Tuna.
Shrimp rice, right?
No, I got
Or
rice.
ramen. Shrimp ramen.
Okay, shrimp ramen.
3 packs of shrimp ramen, minute rice, tuna.
Tuna. Let me see if we got eggs. We got no eggs, but that's okay. We don't have to do it with eggs this time.
Eggs usually. Canned cheese.
No. We won't use that.
No cheese?
No, we're not the canned cheese. We're gonna use.
Okay, cheese.
We're going to use some cream cheese.
Cream cheese. Oh, we got the
garlic chili sauce.
Garlic chili sauce.
And this is one of those things I learned how to make when I was in prison. But they don't have no cream cheese in prison, so we're gonna do it a little bit extra extravagant today. We need a little bit of butter, which we've got right here.
Yep. Butter.
Yeah.
Butter. Pan. Obviously, pan.
Yeah,
Pan.
When we were in prison, what I would do is we'd just make a hot pot. We'd have our hot pot, boil the water in that, and we'd go from there. But we had all kinds of different shit in there. We had like powdered cheese, which is like the nacho cheese that you get at the gas station, but it's powdered. And so we throw that in there. We had like canned green chilies, just different stuff. But we definitely didn't have the utilities that we have here, nor did we have the some of the contents that we have. But this was definitely a big staple in prison. I ate this on chicken. I ate this in burritos. I ate this like all the damn time. We called it dog sauce because it's made in the Philippines. They eat dogs in the Philippines.
True.
Now, one of the best things about this is we make it, and it's just got so the noodles are basically a filler. It's everything else gives the flavor. You get a little bit of shrimp flavor from the packet, but mainly everything else gives it flavor. So. We would even use ramen soup in our burritos that we make because the burritos tasted great, but you use the ramen soup because they have no flavor, and it would act as a filler and make everything blow up bigger. We'd also use
because they had big burritos.
Yeah, they're like this big around. They're about that big. We make them smothered sometimes. Yeah, you think prisoners? Yeah, not eating great food. Oh, bullshit. Now, tuna is also a staple in our soups. Sounds weird, but great. Another thing that I like to use sometimes, which I don't think I'll use this time, but
refried beans.
We get refried beans in there too.
That's something else you can try.
So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with our butter.
And no, this isn't really a cooking tutorial. I'm just showing you what we can make.
We'll start off with our butter.
What one culinary chef can make.
Yeah, I actually did go to culinary school. We'll rinse that off here in a minute.
Yeah, but that can go there.
We're going to take our noodles. Okay, take our noodles and we smash them up. I know some of you like long noodles, but long noodles just don't work with this because it's not a slurping thing. It's not a There's really no broth. This is gonna be a thick meal.
You eat it with a fork, and you don't twirl it around like spaghetti.
And this right here is how to feed a bunch of people real cheap too.
Okay. Because
so,
you think all this you can get for like $10?
No, less than that. You can get a little thing of minute rice for like a few bucks. Block of cheese for a few bucks. This is like 99 cents. This is like $3. And then these are like 67 cents a piece.
So yeah.
So
and it will cook. You can cook this for an army, I swear.
Now we are gonna throw our seasoning in there. Okay, and then we're gonna throw our first noodle. Okay, because what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna brown these noodles before we actually add any liquid to them because browning them gives them a flavor.
Yep.
Okay.
Now you're gonna think this looks disgusting.
Oh,
but it's bomb.
Yeah, my son doesn't even like tuna fish, but when I cooked him this noodles with tuna fish, he was like, "Oh man!" Now every time he comes over, he requests noodles with tuna fish.
look at these pail of noodles. Okay, let's get a crunch.
Get some of that ASMR action.
There you go. That's a start. Yeah.
Okay, boom.
Nice crunch in the noodles.
Sometimes I don't know if you kids ever eat these, but sometimes I like to eat them like popcorn. You take, crunch them up like that in the package, open it up, throw a little bit of seasoning in it, and go to town eating it.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good that way too.
Okay, so
You wouldn't think, but it's bomb. All right. Now you stir it around.
You can already smell that. Starting to get that nice smell to it.
Oil.
We could, but I think we might have put enough
Butter.
this time.
No,
Go ahead, grab a piece.
steal.
Do what you do. Give him that crunch action. Go like this, you got. Mmm. Crunchy.
Yep. There we go.
Gotta get that ASMR in there, man.
Yeah. Every once in a while.
Okay.
Now this is in no way, shape, or form an ASMR channel.
Most important thing about cooking, clean your shit up as you go along. It's a lot easier. And always work out of a clean kitchen, because the cleaner the kitchen, the easier it is to move your shit around.
And usually the cleaner your food will be.
Look at that. Getting a nice golden brown on those already. Mmm.
I mean, to you guys it looks orange, but
How's that sound? Mm. You hear that? Sizzle. Mm.
that's good.
That's a beautiful sizzle. But we're gonna take it. We're gonna do this. And it doesn't matter if they get slightly burnt. But one of the things I like to add to this, because it is kind of an Orientalish dish, a little bit of sesame oil.
Yep, it's good.
Just take them. Now, kids, if your parents have this stuff, have them deal it out to you, because sesame oil is a little expensive.
It is.
Just yeah, don't you know, you can always try different types of oils. Different types of oils have different types of flavors. You can try sunflower oil, you can try a regular canola oil, you can try vegetable oil, you can try truffle oil, but definitely have them deal that out to you, because that stuff's way expensive.
Yeah, so it's, if you want to make it fancy, it's gonna cost a bit more.
There we go.
But
smell that. I wish you guys could smell that right now. That oil just makes it. It makes it, really. It does. Now what we're gonna do is I'm going to take and I'm going to
whip this. Oh, and a bit messy, but he can do it.
It's much easier flipping eggs.
Yeah, a chef in action. He's just trying to show off for you guys. He doesn't do this normally.
I do all the time.
Yeah.
He's lying. Now, what am I
over
doing?
here. Tuna. Can opener.
Get on there. Bam. Stupid can opener. Come on.
There we go.
Bam.
Now this is a cool can opener.
Yeah.
The way it opens, and then it has this little button on the side.
So you kids can do is you can actually take and open up your can. Then you can put it back together, make a stash spot.
Yeah. Or some sort of compression chamber.
Juice and everything. Right up in there.
All of it. Just dump it in. There's some more sizzling. I was trying to get the microphone up close without
burning it.
Yeah, without, so you could still see it though too. You hear that?
You see all that gold, that brown. Look at that. Beautiful.
Yeah. It's actually now showing up to you guys brown.
Right.
It was showing up to them orange earlier.
Now just take a little chili sauce.
It's gonna give it a kick.
Yep.
It's gonna be a kick in the tongue.
Well, it's gonna give it flavor because of the garlic.
Yep. It's
bueno. Maybe later, Alaric, we will try the kimchi.
Kimchi.
Okay. A little spicy, a little pickly.
That sounds good.
All right, now we're gonna take
minute rice.
Minute rice. You want to use minute rice because any other type of rice is going to take too long to
cook.
Yeah, it's gonna take too long to cook. Here, wait a minute. Let's get that open.
Minute rice's texture is odd when you just eat it. Like, if you just eat a grain out of the box, it's odd. It's different.
Now we're gonna fry this rice just a little bit too.
Fried rice.
Oh yeah, shrimp fry, shrimp fry rice.
Yeah,
wait,
we're making it.
that's not politically correct. I'm sorry.
It's kind of like a stir fry dish, almost.
Mm-hmm.
Stir fry ramen.
And if you have it, you could always add some vegetables if you want. Okay.
Yeah, we usually don't.
Now this rice is gonna cause it to blow up.
So
I don't mean boom.
no, it's definitely not gonna explode.
Definitely
it's gonna
not the boom
poof.
with the base.
It's gonna be poof, and we're not. I'm never not gonna be able to eat this all probably, but I will eat as much as I can.
And we'll save some for later.
Yep.
It's actually good cold too.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, we'll take this.
Even like, especially with the refried beans. If you have the refried beans in,
Hear that? Hear that signal?
sorry you can't see it now. Ooh, well, you can see it all bubbling up in the corner over here.
Now we want just enough water that it's gonna soak all of it up.
Yep, it's because it won't expand without the water.
Right.
Because the rice soaks up the water. I mean, it's gonna be a little bit watery, but not like soaking.
By the time I'm done, it won't be watery at all though. It'll be nice and thick. And then the last thing we'll stir in is the cheese.
Yep.
And
I'm gonna steal a bite off the corner of this.
go ahead.
Nice chunk of cream cheese.
Tastes like sauce. Or tastes like juice.
Mmm. It's shrimp. It's like
It's shrimpy and fish, a little bit of fishy, and you know, if you have kids that do not like tuna,
cook this for them.
Yeah, this is a definite try. Like it's.
And I don't doubt that any kid will love this. Honestly, if your kid doesn't love this, what is wrong with them?
They might not like it because of the spiciness, but
yeah.
You know what? You can take that out.
Yeah, you can take that on whatever it is out. You saw the label. You can just go back and pause. Cover it. And
we'll be back with you when it's done.
Bye. Midway check.
Okay. Actually, we're good.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drain just a little bit of water.
Yeah, because we don't want it soggy.
And your we're good.
Yeah.
And your cheese is a little bit, or not your cheese, but the rice is a little bit al dente.
Yep. And I
blocked up the cheese. I cut it up.
Yeah. Boom.
Makes it where
stack of cheese.
Makes it where it melts quicker.
Now let's boom.
So I'm put it in random places so that it'll get some full coverage here. Rice a little al dente. It's supposed to be it's not hard, but it's a little bit firm. Firm is good. Especially with vegetables, rice, things like that. Noodles, all that stuff. Al dente is great.
Now, I might just do a bit of video where we just watch the cheese melt, because cheese melting it looks cool when cheese melts.
Like this.
Unless he all stirs it in, then we don't get to see cheese melt. You can look up the video of cheese melting.
Now,
so.
Oh, speaking of cheese melting, one of the best ways. Okay, so I've worked in a lot of restaurants. So say that you're making a burger and your meat is done, but you're waiting forever. Seems like you're waiting forever for the cheese to melt. Well, you know what? There's an easy solution to that. You take yourself a lid or a pot, you put it over your burger, and then you squirt a little bit of water beside it. Let it get up under. What it does, it creates steam, and steam melts that cheese super quick.
Yeah. So actually, us putting on the lid,
but we don't need to do that because we're stirring it in.
Yeah. See, you can see parts of it melted in.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna get that all incorporated in real nicely.
Yep. And as you can see, it's thickening up because the cheese really thickens things up.
And then as it cools, because we'll let it cool for a few minutes before we eat it, it also thickens when you let it cool.
Yep.
Another thing this is good for, get yourself some chips. Dip it like a dip. It's actually really good that way too.
Mm-hmm. Just corn chips, tortilla chips.
Now, like I said,
not like potato chips though.
Like I said, I asked my son the other day. I said, "Do you like tuna?" Because I was gonna make tuna. He's like, "No,
it's
gross." He's like, that stuff's gross. I said, well, if I make it into a soup, I said, will you at least try a bite? He said,
Yeah.
sure, Dad, sure, I'll try it. And because that's how he sounds, you know, sure, Dad, I'll try it.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, no, and then he tried it and he's like, oh my god, that's so good. And I have made a dish with tuna every day that, not every day he's come over, but every weekend he's come over because he absolutely loved it. Now
Yep.
you see, we got this nice thick, cheesy, and mmm, Alaric, you have to try this.
I
Hold on, it's hot. So,
obviously I'm gonna. It's like
mm,
I have to eat this. No.
mm. Here, hold on.
Mm.
Let me get it. Get me.
I wish.
Get me taking a bite. See, this is.
I wish you guys could taste this. It's like spicy macaroni and cheese with that
A
like
little bit of tuna flavor, a little bit of shrimp flavor.
yeah,
Mm.
and it's not real spicy. It's actually I don't think it.
Like it's spicy, and then as soon as it hits your tongue, it goes like.
Yeah,
Okay, so now
it
we turn it
gives
off.
you a tiny like.
Now we're gonna let it turn off. We're gonna turn it off. We're gonna let it sit for about 3 to 5 minutes, and that right there will be our meal. It may not look the best, but oh my god, it's delicious.
So we'll see you here in a minute. Ooh, look at the size of this transformer.
Fucking huge transformer, huh? Look at that shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy, crazy. Now,
We can we'll do another video turning this into a welder.
not this one.
Or not this one, but we'll turn if I go over here, we're gonna be turning these into a welder. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, that's all I want to say. Look at the Doge. Good box.